Hey guys, welcome back to Top Listen for You. I hope all of you are fine. Friends, as we know, we are discussing about the branches of abdominal aorta. So in the previous lecture, I have covered regarding the paired branches of abdominal aorta. Now in this lecture, I'm going to discuss about the unpaired branches of abdominal aorta. So let me write here that in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the unpaired branches of abdominal aorta. Okay friends, in this lecture we are going to discuss about the unpaired branches of abdominal aorta. Clear friends? Friends, if you like our lectures, so it's a humble request. Please do subscriptions, share the lectures with your friends. Thank you so much. Let me first discuss about let me first draw the abdominal aorta here so that we will see those branches which arise, those unpaired branches which arise from this abdominal aorta, right? Friends, this is our thoracic aorta, for example, and here we have our diaphragm. Here is our diaphragm, right? So then we have our abdominal aorta. Below the diaphragm we have our abdominal aorta, right friends? This is our abdominal aorta, and then it bifurcates into right and left common iliac arteries. We will discuss about them also. Right. So in the previous lecture, I discussed about the paired branches which arise from this abdominal aorta. Now in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the unpaired branches which arise from abdominal aorta. Right, friends? Okay. Let me first divide this abdominal aorta into different regions. For example, here is on the posterior side of this abdominal aorta, and up to here. Right up to here, this is the level of T12 vertebra, right? This is the level of T12. T12 means thoracic vertebra number 12 up to here, right? Okay, then you know there are lumbar vertebrae. So then this level is the level for L1 vertebra, right? This is L1 vertebra, and then from below the L1 we have our L2 vertebra. This is the level of L2, and then there is the level of L3 vertebra, right? And then there is, going below, there is the level of L4 vertebra. We all know it. This is the level of L4 vertebra, right? On the back side, for example, this is abdominal aorta interiorly, and on the posterior side, on the dorsal side of this abdominal aorta, there is vertebral column. So on the dorsal side of the abdominal aorta, mostly there is the lumbar vertebrae, right? You can see mostly there are lumbar vertebrae. So let me start my lecture regarding the unpaired branches of the abdominal aorta. So the first unpaired branch which arises from this abdominal aorta, the big branch, that is the celiac trunk, right? Celiac, you can also call it artery, or you can also call it trunk. So the first branch, the first unpaired branch which arises from this abdominal aorta, and that is the celiac trunk, right? Let me write here its origin. From where does it arises? What is its origin? So this first branch arises at the level of T12, right? At level of T12 vertebra, right? So it arises from here at the level of T12, from anterior of abdominal aorta. anteriorly, right? From interior side of the abdominal aorta. Let me draw it here. This big artery, this here is a artery which arises, and this artery is called the celiac trunk or celiac artery. So this is the first branch which arises, the first unpaired branch, the big branch which arises from the abdominal aorta. That is the celiac artery. What is its origin point? It arises at the, you can see here, this level is the level of T12. So it arises at the level of T12. The next important thing about this artery is, friends, we should know its diameter. What is the diameter of this artery? So its diameter is about 0.78 centimeter, right? 0.78 centimeter. Sometimes it can be little larger, or sometimes it can be little smaller. So we write here plus minus 0.08 centimeter, right? So this can be the exceptional case for some of them, but the mean diameter that this artery has is the 0.78 centimeter is its diameter. The next important thing regarding this artery is, what is the length of this artery up to its bifurcation point, right? So what is its length? Its length is about 1.5 to 2 centimeter, right? It is its length from here, from the point of origin up to the point where it bifurcates into different other arteries. So its length is about 1.5 to 2 centimeter. Then the next important thing about regarding this artery, how many celiac trunk or celiac arteries we have. So as it is an unpaired branch, we have one celiac artery arising from the anterior at the level of T12 of the abdominal aorta. What does it supply, right? What does this artery supply? So this artery is responsible for supply of different abdominal viscera, and let me write some of them here. That it supplies our stomach, it supplies our esophagus, right friends? It supplies our spleen. It also supplies pancreas, right? These are all abdominal viscera. It also supplies the gallbladder. It gives oxygenated blood to gallbladder, and it also supplies blood to liver, the hepatic arteries, and it also supplies some parts of the duodenum, right friends? So these abdominal viscera are mostly supplied by this celiac artery, right? It has many branches, friends. I'm not gonna discuss about those branches in this lecture. In this lecture, we are just going to discuss about those branches which this abdominal aorta gives off, right? These lectures are regarding only the branches of the abdominal aorta, and the previous lectures were according to the branches of the thoracic aorta. We are not concerned in these lectures, we are not concerned about the branches of these arteries. Those branches I will discuss in separate lectures. Be with me, don't go anywhere. Let me discuss about the second branch that arises from this abdominal aorta, that second unpaired branch which arises from this abdominal aorta, and that is the superior mesenteric artery. Superior mesenteric artery. Okay friends, this is the next big branch, the next unpaired big branch which arises from the abdominal aorta, right? What is its origin point? From where does this artery arises? From which part of the abdominal aorta? So friends, it arises at level of L1, right? This artery arises at the level of L1. Here is another big branch which arises from this abdominal aorta, and it is a single branch. It is an unpaired branch, and this second branch is called the superior mesenteric artery. Again, it arises anteriorly. Right, friends? Anteriorly. Okay. What is its diameter? What is the diameter of this artery? I'm sorry. What is the diameter of superior mesenteric artery? So its diameter is about 0.8 centimeter. Right, friends? And then what is its this was about its diameter. Then we say what is its length? What is the length of the superior mesenteric artery? So its length is about 5.7 centimeter. 5.7 centimeter is its length. Then we come, how many superior mesenteric arteries we have? So there is only one superior mesenteric artery, right? As it is unpaired. Okay. What does it supplies? What does this, which organs does this artery supplies? So this artery is responsible mainly to supply the blood, mostly to midgut, right? And when we are discussing about this, the branches of this superior mesenteric artery, we will see which parts of the abdominal viscera this artery is responsible to supply the oxygenated blood. So here we are just writing as it supplies the midgut, right, friends? So this was about the second big branch which arises from this abdominal aorta. The unpaired branches, the first one celiac artery, the second one is the superior mesenteric artery. Then there is the third big artery which arises from this abdominal artery, the third unpaired branch, that is the inferior mesenteric artery. Inferior mesenteric artery, right, friends? What is the origin point for this artery? From which part of the abdominal aorta does this artery arises? So this artery arises at level of L3, right, friends? Again anteriorly. Okay, this artery arises at the level of L3. So this position is for the inferior mesenteric artery. So this artery is the inferior mesenteric artery. It arises at level of L3. What is its diameter? The diameter of the inferior mesenteric artery is about 0.4 centimeter, right? It is its diameter. Then what is the length of this artery? The length of inferior mesenteric artery is about 3 centimeter, right? 3 centimeter. And how many we have this inferior mesenteric artery? What is its number? So everyone knows there is only one inferior mesenteric artery. And what does it supplies? Right? So it mostly supplies the hindgut. Right, and we will see its branches in the next coming lectures. So this was about the inferior mesenteric artery. So the first three important branches which arises from this in this abdominal aorta, the first unpaired three branches: celiac artery. This is some important points regarding celiac artery. Then superior mesenteric artery, and then there is inferior mesenteric artery. Now the fourth one is the median sacral artery, right? The fourth branch which arises from the abdominal aorta, the fourth unpaired branch, that is the median sacral artery. Okay friends, median sacral artery, this is also a branch of the abdominal aorta. What is its origin point? So the median sacral artery arises at the level of L4, at the level of L4 vertebra posteriorly, right, from the posterior side of this abdominal aorta. Let me show you here. If we see here at the level of L4 posteriorly on back side of this abdominal aorta, there is an artery which arises, and this artery is called the median sacral artery, right. This was its origin point. What is its diameter? What is the diameter of this median sacral artery? So its diameter is about 0.132 centimeter, right, 0.132 centimeter. And then what is its length? The length of median sacral artery is about 2.73 centimeter is its length. And what is its number? Right, what is its number? So there is only one median sacral artery, and what does it supplies? What does this artery supply? So this artery is responsible to supply the blood to fourth, fifth lumbar vertebra, fourth and fifth lumbar vertebra, and also to parts of the rectum. Right friends, this is its function. That what does this artery do? It supplies oxygenated blood to the fourth, fifth lumbar vertebra and the rectum. Right, this was about the median sacral artery. So in this lecture we have discussed about the unpaired branches which arise from the abdominal aorta. These are the celiac arteries, the superior mesenteric artery, the inferior mesenteric artery, and the last one was the median sacral artery. So I think up to now we have finished the branches of the abdominal aorta. Also we discussed about the unpaired branches in this lecture, and in the previous lecture I have discussed about the paired branches which arise from the abdominal aorta. We knew that there were about 8 paired branches and 4 unpaired branches. So these are the unpaired branches, friends. If anyone needs these notes, write in the comment section. I will provide you these notes. And friends, it's a humble request that if you like our lectures, please subscribe our channel, share the lectures with your friends, and do give me also suggestions regarding the lectures. That do you like this method of delivering lectures, or I should again start my lectures on the whiteboard? So I need your comments, I need your support. Be with me. Thank you so much friends. Bye bye.